Hey, it's Sam back here. Welcome to this video. Now, I'm here today to talk about Timer Boss, and I'm excited about this software today. Not because, timers are new or anything. Timers aren't new, but this software, if you don't yet have a timer software, is going to be really useful to you. Also, there's a really cool timer white label bonus that's available down below. This is a new bonus. I don't think it's ever been available with white label rights before. You can sell this, keep 100% of the profits. It's a plugin that'll allow you to do these. You'll actually be able to create these types of effects, and also you'll be able to have timers that are on sales pages as well. Now, what Timer Boss is going to give you the ability to do is it's going to give you three types of timers that you can create with a lot of flexibility. This is a coupon expires in timer that I created with the software. There's also a in-email timer you can create. This is one of those in-email timers that I'm creating, and I'm about to send out this email about Timer Boss right now that has this countdown timer. And if you actually look at the top offers on JVZoo, you'll see that they all use timers in their sales pages. The reason they do that is it's been proven to increase conversion substantially. I can speak from experience here that if you have timers on the page, it increases conversions up to 50%, and I've seen this on offers we've done. Timers have a big impact. You can see this is the top product on JVZoo today. The second product, if I went down to that right now, I can guarantee there's a timer here, and if I went to the third, then you will be able to see a timer here as well. Now, if I look here, is there a timer? Warning, price goes up in exactly 16 hours. There we are. There's a timer right there at this particular product. And there's also one I can almost guarantee, if we went down here and went to Video Takeover, for example. Video Takeover is a software I sent an email out a couple of days ago about, and it also has a timer down here. Now, obviously, Video Takeover in itself gives you the ability to add these timers, and that's not too different from what you can do in Timer Boss. So if you already have Video Takeover, you've got a timer that you can use over the sales page. The advantage that Timer Boss has over systems like this is, first, this is fully dedicated to timers, all right? So it's fully dedicated to timers, so you get a few more additional timers. You get a lot more templates. Also, you get a newsletter builder. Now, what this newsletter builder gives you the ability to do is do what I've done over here. I can actually add in timers and timer images that count down the time inside of the email. Now, obviously, one of the reasons that I put so much detail in my emails is that I don't necessarily have everyone who opens my email clicking on a link. A lot of people that open my emails just want to see the content. They want to see the information, and if I make it easy to find, then people can make a better decision. So having a timer like this again allows people with little effort to make a more educated decision on whether they should act now and get access. So that's where that timer can come in. So these timers can be used really usefully on sales pages, really usefully on offers that you're doing, affiliate offers, bonus page offers, and they can also be really useful in email, whether you're doing this for a client or something else. If you're emailing this out for a client, then you might have 2-for-1 off health supplements for a day. That will also help you to offer 2-for-1 supplements for a day with that scarcity factor counting down the time as well. And these are really easy to add to a website. Basically, at the end of creating one of these, you get a code like this, you copy it, and you add it into your HTML website, your blog, your WordPress blog, Optimized Press, InstaBuilder, ClickFunnels. You'll add that code in here, and into your email, you'll add in this image link right here. This image link is a GIF image, and you can actually test it really easily right here. Okay, so if I was to plug this in, it'll put that GIF image in. Now, this particular timer is showing sorry we're closed because it's actually finished counting down. And this is one of the features of Timer Boss. You can actually, after the timer is run out, show an image like this that shows that the offer is closed down. So now let's go through start to finish a step-by-step demo of this software, and I encourage you to go down below because there is a coupon. It's only available for a short period of time, I believe about 2 hours after this goes live, and then they'll have price increases and so on throughout. So if you get in earlier, if this is going to be useful for you, then you'll get the best price possible. Now, you can create three types of timers with Timer Boss. The first type of timer is the normal timer. The second is evergreen and looping timer. I'll just explain where these might be used and why you might want to use these. Normal timers, if you have a one-time price increase, or if you have if you're doing a launch, for example, a product launch, and the launch is closing down, you'd use a normal timer. If you're doing a evergreen launch, which means that, say, for example, you've got a email autoresponder sequence happening, okay, basically what that means is you're sending out emails week to week to customers that have purchased from you, and you have a specific sequence that's created and designed especially for each individual in your email list. You could have done this through an Aweber follow-up sequence. You could have done this through a Infusionsoft follow-up sequence, basically where you're sending someone through the experience of engaging with you and then getting an offer that's only available for a limited period of time. If you want to limit that offer for that individual, that's when you use an evergreen timer. The reason you use an evergreen timer is that you can set specific times where the timer begins and when it ends. And you can do this ongoing, week to week or day to day, whenever throughout the day you want it to happen. So a good example of this is evergreen webinars. We've all heard about evergreen webinars, right? These are webinars which you schedule in once and they run again and again and again. Okay, they show you as if you're live on the call, and that webinar will run at specific times. All right, evergreen timers are just the same. They'll run at specific times and they'll end at specific times as you specify, and they'll do that again and again and again without you having to touch it after setting it up. Then we've got looping timers. Now these are really basic timers where basically you've got the timer, the timer ends, and then it restarts. So if you say that timer is going to be going for 6 hours, then the timer will restart and reset itself to another 6 hours, then count down 6 hours, then restart again to 6 hours, and then continue on again. You might use this if you've got continuous price increases on a launch. Okay, you might have a price increase every 24 hours. You'd use this timer so you don't have to re-add a new timer to your page, and this will count down that as well. So that's the 3 uses where I see these being used. The evergreen timer is something new. I don't think I've seen many other timers that have this feature attached to it, which is really quite cool. And the looping timer in itself, again, it's quite unique. Most softwares have a normal timer or some way of doing a normal timer. Say, for example, I use Optimize Press. They have a function where you can do normal timers. In this case, evergreen timers and looping timers, you may have some uses for that, and they might be quite useful for you. So let's go ahead and create 3 really quick timers that you can use in your business. Now, first of all, the normal timer is set up really quite easily. You'll name the campaign, and it might be, in this case, because there's one price increase that's happening at 1 p.m. EST, I might say price increase timer boss. I'd put the campaign URL. Now this campaign is basically the destination where people will go once they click on this timer. So for me, it might be my bonus page, or it might be my affiliate link or something like that. So let's go socialpostmanager.com/live, live timer boss. Okay, so that would send people through my affiliate link to the sales page. All right, so if you were to click my timer right now on my bonus page down below, it would actually lead you through to the sales page, because I'm actually using this technology down below. Then we set the time, we set the date, and we click next. Now we choose the type of timer we want. There's a range of different templates. They have text if you want. They cannot have text. They can be different colors, different looks, different feels, seasonal, and you can see there's quite a few here that you have a choice of. What I'm going to choose is coupon expires in, because that's relevant to what we're talking about today. There is a coupon, so we'll do that. Now I've got the sales page. Now the sales page is where this is going to be added. So in my case, it's socialpostmanager.com/timerboss. Okay, so we add that here. We then select which kind of look we want for the timer. I might choose this one, and then we'll click next. All right, so I'll click this one, click next. And now we have our custom image. Now this custom image will show when this offer ends, all right? So for a one-off timer, this is useful because if people go to this after this time, they're going to miss out basically. So we can select from images or upload an image into here, and then we can go ahead and choose that image. So I'm gonna choose this one. I got it from Google. I'll click insert into post, and I can then redirect people if I wanted to where I wanted them to go. I'm not going to do that in this case. We'll click finish, and there we are. So we've created our timer successfully right now. So here we are, we've created our timer. Now you'll notice that it says sorry we're closed. This is a live preview of what's happening, and I've just realized that I set my timer up wrong. Here's where I set it up wrong. We'll go back to the dates, the time. It's showing 1 a.m. and it should be 1 p.m. If you picked that up, well done. Click save, and now it should work fine. Here we are. So 1 day, 4 hours, 58 minutes and 13 seconds. So I've got the date wrong now. Being in New Zealand, I'm a whole day ahead, so it's quite difficult sometimes to understand the different timing, and that is again correct. It's Monday here in New Zealand, but in the States it's Sunday, so I am in the future. Now we can click this code and we can add it to our website. So if I was to go to my, where I was building this right now, I could go here, I could go Optimize Press Live Editor, and you might have, your own software where you might want to do this. You might add this to your HTML, you might pass it on to your developer to do, and then basically you just need to add this into the HTML code. It's really easy to do, and I'll do it right now for you. So I've opened up Optimize Press. I would go and I'd add an HTML piece of HTML. So in here I've got basically an HTML element. Now, if you're not familiar with Optimize Press, you don't use this. This isn't too important, but basically this is what the code looks like right here. And I click Insert, it's added, and I can click Save and Close, and then it will be added. So you can see here it's been added. I could also add it down the bottom because I've got another one that I've put down here as well. Add another one down here. This is showing a previous version that I'd done, but now this new version will actually show an expired part when I actually save it. I can then go Save and Close, and it's been added to my page, as you can see right here. So once you've done that, then you're done. Okay, the timer will run. If it's a one-time timer, it'll run out, and then it'll show that image to say that it's expired, right? This image right here to say that it has expired. Now, if we wanted to add this to our email, really easy again. I've got my email open right here to show you this example. I'm going to delete the current one that I have here. All you need to do is load up your email editor. You might use Aweber, you might use Entreport like I do, or you might use GetResponse, and you just need to add in this image URL. Okay, add in the image properties in the HTML of your email. Click OK, and there we are. Whoops, I pushed delete. Okay, cool. We'll add that again. Click OK, and here we are. It's loaded up. So it's as easy as that. Then I would go and I'd send my email out, and this image would actually be inside of the email. So when people receive it, they would be able to see this timer counting down in that email, which is really quite useful. There's also a newsletter builder. If I wanted to add any titles, any other elements to this, I would be able to do that through this newsletter builder right here. Cool, now let's add another campaign. Let's try Evergreen Campaign. So if we go to Evergreen Campaign, again, it's the same sort of setup, but slightly different. So again, if we were, say, doing a health campaign, okay, we were doing this health campaign for a business. They wanted to run a campaign, a discount campaign every week at a certain period of time. I could say the duration is always going to be 2 days. The duration is always going to be 2 days, 6 minutes, or 6 hours. And then again, I can put in a URL if I want to. Click Next. We could put in a different timer this time. We'll preview this one. I like this one. We'll click Next again. We'll choose which type of timer we want. We would choose what kind of sales page we want. We'll click Next. We can add in a custom tracking code. Now what this is basically a countdown timer. All right, so this is a countdown, tracking code. So it's basically a tracking code that gives you the ability to add retargeting Facebook code to it if you want. Now you can see here we can also add in an exit pop-up. We can add in a Facebook open graph, whatever that is, open graph. You'd have to check the training. This is the first time I've seen it. I think they just did an update. Facebook open graph, so that basically will give you the ability to post this timer on Facebook. That's what I'm assuming this will do. And then you've got sales buttons here as well. You can add sales buttons into this evergreen timer, and these buttons will pop up at certain periods of time with a URL. So once we've selected this, we click Continue, we click Next, and it's going to come to our image again. If we decide that we don't want a closed down image, we can choose that we don't want that, and then this campaign is going to run according to the settings that we've done at the times that we want them to do as well. There, we've done that. We can see our image statistics. We can see image statistics, newsletter builder again if we want to change this, and that is our evergreen timer. Now we have looping timer. This basically means that the timer is going to restart itself continuously during the time period that we set. It might be every 7 days. It could be every 3 days or something like that. We'll add in a campaign name. We'll click Next. We'll again add in a different timer that we want to select. Click Next. And select this template. We'll put it in a sales page again and click Finish. Okay, so it's going to really easily retarget and do what we want it to do every 7 days. As you can see here, it starts for 7 days. With the evergreen timer, we were able to set a time when this was going to happen. With this timer, we don't need to. We can basically we'll reset. It'll start when we start the timer, and it will reset during the settings that we've chosen. Now I'm just going to go next here because there was one piece that I missed really quickly. This right here. Again, you've got exit pop-up you can add, you've got sales buttons you can add, you've got open Facebook open graph. So there's a few additional features here when you're setting up your scarcity timer. So this isn't just a scarcity timer software, but it also includes a lot more there as well. The exit pop-up basically will pop up saying, hey, you sure you want to go? The sales button will allow you basically to add a sales button that pops up underneath your timer, and then you've got here, this is for sharing on Facebook, but again, this is the first time I've actually seen this functionality. It may be an upgrade feature. I didn't see it in my account previously, so I'm assuming they've just added this in, so I need to do some more investigation myself, but look out for more information down below on this Facebook Open Graph feature. So thanks once again for listening. This is Sam Backer, first of all, OTO1. They've got a template designer as OTO1, and more details are down below on that. So thanks again. This is Sam Backer. I hope this has been informative. If this is something that you need in your business, you don't yet have a timer software for your business, or you can see some of the additional features here that might be useful for your business, then I encourage you to jump in, get access to Timer Boss early, get a discount on it, and look forward to talking to you again soon. This is Sam Backer. Thank you again. I'll see you later.